Hello. It's just me. Just me today. Just doing some drawing. We've got an art auction coming up, so I thought I would just do some drawing. You can come along, join me if you want. Otherwise, go somewhere else. No, just kidding. Yeah, no, I'm just having. No one's watching. I'll just chillax here and have a cup of tea while I sit and draw. G'day, Scotsley. How are you, mate? I'm just no game show today. Just I am going to have a game show next week. I'm going to have Joe Catapano and Jeremy from Zaid Studios on next week. This week, because we got the auction coming up, I just wanted to do some drawing, and I thought, well, I'll fill in my time slot with me just drawing poorly as best I can. So so I thought I'll throw some stuff up and see how it goes. But thanks for joining me. I'm just putting along. I've got some royalty free music playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, Scotsley, or not. But I thought we'll give that a go. We'll see if music will work. But anyway, we'll play that. What else? Not much else, I think. I'm just trying to get myself organised with what I'm doing. Where is my sub view? Oh, there it is. Okay. What do you know? Yeah, no, it says it's royalty free, so that's why I'm using it. So fingers crossed that it actually is royalty free, and and yeah, I won't get in trouble for it. But yeah, but no, I'm just trying to do some pictures. We'll see what we can come up with. This one in particular, let me just see if I can find another reference. So I started this one last night. I don't know if I'll get it finished or how well it'll come out. But I don't know. Do you remember an old TV show called Battle of the Planets? It was five. I think they were teenagers, and they all had bird motifs in their helmets. I really liked them. I thought maybe I could try and give that a go and draw the Battle of the Planets. So, yeah. Oh, g'day, Pops. How are you? I was just saying before, I'm not doing my game show today. I'm just having a bit of fun, just drawing for the auction this weekend. Got my cup of tea, covering my face, and yeah, just doing some fun drawing. Just trying to fill in my time slot with something. I didn't end up getting a guest, and because I'm slack, I've been busy. Been busy this week, working and trying to do these drawings for the auction. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. This might be boring, so you can jump in and out as much as you like. I'm not going to be offended if you leave or come back and see how the progress is going. I'll only be here for a little while, and probably an hour or two, maybe two, because I got the wide show on a bit later. So, but yeah, all good. Look, in my crappy jumper, I'm not even dressed well. How poorly am I today? Gosh, not keeping up a good reputation. So anyway, we'll see how we go. Yeah, that's all good, mate. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for coming in. So No, it's yeah, just a bit of fun. I'll take my glasses off. Hopefully, I can see the chat. Maybe I'll see if I can make it bigger for me. Because yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, this is my Fez. I bought this in America when I went over to Gen Con in 2014. This was one of the purchases. I knew that they would be there, and I thought, no, I've got to get myself a hat, a Fez, and it's really comfortable, really soft. I did want it with a different logo, but they didn't have anything else there I liked. So I just end up with this one, and especially a 12. You know, who uses D12s, honestly? But no, we'll see. We'll see how we go. So this will be fairly rough to start off with. I'm just trying to play around with the shapes and figure out what I'm doing, and hopefully it comes out all right. So, thanks, Pops. Yeah, hit the like if you like. I'm honestly, I'm not really fussed if you if you do. Hit the like. I appreciate it though. And yeah, we'll just see what we can come up with drawing. And I put the music there, so you know, if I'm quiet a little bit, there's some music. So hopefully you can hear it okay. I don't know. I've got it turned down fairly low. And it's a pop list. No, a rock list. So royalty free rock, apparently. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Now, how Pops had his CromCon on the weekend, which I was privileged enough to join and run a game show on it with some great guests, and the competition to have who was the best, and yeah, Hex came out the winner for that one. He did great. It's 1 on 1. I think it really tipped it over. Corey the cheater. He yeah, I think I've put it down now. Corey actually can't draw properly. Like, he's not a very good drawer, so he has to put in all these things to try and get the votes. So I know now. I know his deep dark secret. He's not here. I can pick on him. So. Oh, I'd pick on him if he was here. So, yeah. But yeah. So this is. I'm just trying to put down the basic shapes of the anatomy. I trying to. I don't want to make it too complex to start off with. Go straight into complex stuff. It never turns out, because you can look at this and see if there's any glaring problems with it, and easily fix it. You can go back and if you start putting in the details now, yeah, you end up with not wanting to erase all these great details that you put in. So, and even though it looks bad and it needs to be fixed, yeah. Kind of got to now. Not saying that I will do a great job in finding if there's glaring problems, but because when you're working on your own stuff, it's hard to see the big problems that like the glaring issues. Because you get too involved in it, you get too big. So um, um, we'll try our best. Now I think let's make sure I've got this horizon line in. I really want to, so I know where I'm putting things. um, do a lot of measuring as well. So I try and do the 10 heads tall. Like if I look at this, it's probably a bit short. 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably could make that head a little smaller, and to fit in with the 10 heads. Not 10, 8 heads tall. So if I can get it within pretty close, like if it's not exact, that's fine. But if I can get it pretty close, I'm 10 heads. God, 10 heads is like a Hulk or something. Okay, we want to move that down a little bit. You can see in the background all the 5 characters in the just stick figure poses that I wanted to just get some shapes down. So poses just to give me a something to look at. So figure out what I wanted to do. I flip the canvas a lot as well. It helps me see if there's anything wrong. If I get this right, so the way that I like to do it is we'll be doing this. So if I can finish this one, I'll print it out in blue line on my trusty trusty Bristol board, and so I'll print it out really fine, fine blue, and then I ink over the top of it. So it's still an original piece. It says that because on the computer I can play with the lines better. I can move things around without erasing and messing up the cardboard too much. So we can it'll be a little neater on the actual canvas. So that I finally print on. Yeah, I've got a lot of all these lines to help guide me. So I try and put lines in. So this line at the chest, this line going down the center, these ones on the side, the face lines. It helps me just visualize the space a bit better, figure out where things are. Like I feel like this arm's sticking out way too much. Oops. And yeah, it just gives me help in trying to see where everything is. So, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. So, hello, Frequency Girl. How are you? No game show today. Sorry, I couldn't line up a guest, and because I've been a little bit busy. So, so it's just me trying to draw, and seeing if I can get this artwork done. At least partly done. If I don't get it all done, that's fine. I'll get some of it done. I'm no Dan Plagle or Shelby who zip out these miraculous pieces of artwork in very short amount of time. So I'm slow, and I experiment with my lines a lot. I push the lines around. So we'll see. JBot Art. What are we trying today? I'll bring it in. I've got it off screen, but I'll bring it in. I actually wanted to draw these characters. So I don't know if anyone remembers these characters. G-Force from Battle of the Planets. I just loved I thought, let's have a look. G'day, Chris Fisk. So yeah, I thought I would try and draw these fellas and chick and see how we go. Gotchamon. Is that what it was originally called? Gotchamon? I know it as G-Force or Battle of the Planets was the TV show here. So, and I haven't seen the show since the 80s. Yeah, Gotchamon. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't seen it since the 80s, and obviously only the English version of it, and yeah. Let me just move this line a little bit so I can see. Welcome, Frequency Girl says she's working while listening, so it won't be too chatty. But no, that's okay. Work away. Like I put some music on. I hope. Can people hear it? The music okay? Like it's coming through my speakers, so I don't know it's like coming through your speakers. Maybe it's a bit quiet. But no, just thank you for joining me. So I'm just drawing away, So try to be conversational as much as I can. And as I'm drawing, yeah. I think so too. G-Force, like I love the bird motif that they have. So each of them have a different one, though the two blokes sort of have an eagle and a hawk type thing, but hawk has, yeah. So they've still got a similar look, but the colors are different. Whereas we've got a duck and we've got a swan. I think, and an owl. It's really, really cool. It's such a great design. So, these shipping blockages to Australia, they are brutal, mate. Yeah. So I'm trying to get a few more clients. So the price of shipping that is absolutely ridiculous for a comic. So I'm trying to get some clients to ship to me, so I ship out directly. I had one person saying that they're paying nearly $70 to ship one comic. I was going, this is ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. So my new business venture is that people send all their stuff to me. I package it up and send it out through Australia Post. So it's one big giant package with everything going to Australian backers in one box. I'll bag, board, and put it in a mailer and send it out, and that drops the price quite considerably. So one big box, maybe $100 to $200 to send to me, but yeah, hopefully it ends up being a lot cheaper for all the for everyone, Australia backers and US shipping. So oh no, rejected your shipping. What? How? Really? Now you're in New Zealand, Chris. I haven't looked into sending to New Zealand yet, too. So, but $160 US in the toilet. That is ridiculous. How can they do that? That's a joke. That's bloody governments. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm hoping to that we can get that's it. Is it only from the US to New Zealand? Is shipping coming from Australia to New Zealand okay? Because maybe we could do a workaround. It might take a little longer to get to you, but if the people send it to me and I send it out to you, that might be. I don't know. I don't know what the shipping will be like from Australia to New Zealand. I haven't looked into it. I've only looked into Australian shipping at the stage, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of the future. But no, I have thought about talking to Neff and Frequency Girl about shipping. They're doing like their own individual, beautifully designed packages. So, so I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe I should talk to them and see. I'll hit you guys up, Frequency Girl. So, New Zealand seems to be rejecting most foreign imports. That's stupid. Your Prime Minister has gone a little bit nuts lately. So, don't worry. Ours is always nuts. No. We've never had a great Prime Minister. Well, maybe Bob Hawke, but he's a funny bloke. Okay, Frequency Girl, sure. I'll hit you guys up. We'll have a chat and see. Like, if it's gonna save you guys, I think you had $20 or so on your shipping, and if it's gonna cost you like 50 US to send out, that's ridiculous. Like, we can at least get that closer to the $20 mark. So for you anyway, we won't talk business on here. Gosh, who wants business talk? We just want to see like me poorly draw. And yeah, I know the world has gone absolutely ridiculous. I don't want to go into the whole Corona thing too much, but that was it, Omicron has reached Australia. I was going, like New Zealand, we're an independent island. How do things get in here? We don't allow them. So, oh look, there you go, Frequency Girl. Should be getting your infantile. I can't pronounce it. Sorry. Infinite Tale books plus goodies tomorrow. There you go. There you go. Cool. Welcome back, Pops. Cool. Yeah, Omnicron. Though, from reports, it's not as strong as the others. So, fingers crossed. Shadowhawk backs. I'm hoping Shadowhawk is going to be at the auction on the weekend. I feel like he might be the only person who'll buy something from me because he's already got something from me, the card. So, though I'm not. It's not. Oh, that sounds silly. I'm not saying that you have to back anything from me at all, Shadowhawk. Like, you don't have to get anything from me at all. Like, it's I'm not pressuring you into buying any of the stuff of the auction from me. If you like it, that's the only reason I want you to get something from me, is if you like it. If you don't like it, please just ignore it. So, yeah, I've got a couple of pictures. So I'm working on this one. I've got this one that I'm going to ink up as well. So I'll print that out and ink it up. And I've got a Catwoman one that I'm working on as well. So this Catwoman one, once I finish it, I've got a few glaring issues that I've problems there. But this one actually will be the proceeds for this one. I'm donating to my daughter. She suffers from depression, so and she's buying a cat for it, and the cat's really expensive. It's a hairless cat. We have to get it from a licensor and all that type of stuff, and they're really expensive because of hyperallergenic. Because of my other daughters have allergies. Anyway, long story short, she's getting support animal, and I wanted to try and donate some money to it. And whatever I make from this one, I will donate to my daughter's cat. So, yeah. So this is the one I want to sell the most, and hopefully get the most for. If the others sell, awesome. But this is the one that I want to get the most from. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Still a fair bit of work to go in it. Like look, you can see it's nowhere near finished, but I'll get there. I'll get there. These past couple of years have definitely made me grateful for indie creators. Seriously, mainstream comics have been eclipsed by indie comics. Yeah, I haven't bought a Mr. Bigglesworth. Yes, I know. I'll come back to your other question about indie comics in a moment. But yeah, Mr. Bigglesworth, I actually want to sit there with the cat and I think so too. Like, there was a great was it Adam Kembler on Twitter. He said something about it was we don't hate, we create. That was what it was. We don't hate, we create, and that's the whole point of this independent and Comicsgate in general is, it is a movement, but I feel like we're starting to fall away from a movement and just have a understanding that it's people who just want to create stuff, regardless of what it is. We're not doing it for any reason except for creating some fun story. So we don't want to put something in it that feels like it needs to go in it for some political agenda. It's just to create. If it has a political agenda in it, that's essential to the story, that's cool too. If it's a political intrigue story, excellent. We don't want to we don't want to make have. I don't know. I can't think of anything, but but no, we want to create good, like, just good stories. Missing out on good stories these days. So, and yeah, hopefully we get some good stuff coming. So, here's trouble. Here is trouble. Hello, Corey. Welcome. No game show today. Just playing, just drawing. So, there's nothing. You don't have to. There's nothing to that you've missed. We've just been chatting away. There's nothing. It was kind of. I kind of just threw it up. Like, how long we were going? 30 minutes. I just straight up. I didn't have any pre-advertising because I didn't have a guest this week, and I just wanted to get some drawing done for the weekend. So, nice. I thought about getting a spinner rack, but I got nowhere to put it. My house is full of junk already, and so what am I drawing? Where is it? Let me just bring it back in again. I'm drawing. Can't see. There we go. That's what I'm drawing. Those characters. So I'll get rid of that. Or at least as much as I can get done in the next. I'm very slow drawer, so. But because a lot of my stuff is experimental, I throw down a line and go, do I like the look of that? And then I'll look at it later and just going, it looks like a mess. It's horrid. Like I look at this one that I drew and it's going, it's okay. It's okay. Once I could probably improve it, but yeah. Anyway, I will I'll continue working on this. So I've got. I think I like my shapes that I've got down. Like when I look at it, I don't see any other than the feet. I don't see any glaring issues with it. So, so we'll start finding out where we want to put things. I don't know what this music is. It's supposed to be rock music. This sounds a bit poppy at the moment. Arrows in Action. Okay. It's a playlist of royalty-free music. The feet, yeah. I'll come back to those feet. Yeah, I don't like the look of them at the moment, so I may have to get reference because I actually haven't drawn many feet. I actually enjoy drawing hands, but feet I have not done too much. Actually, I haven't done too much of anything. But yeah, no, thank you. I will. I'll look at those again. And I kind of like to jump around a bit when I'm drawing as well. So I will. I'll draw something. And if I don't like it, I'll move. Sometimes I'll go somewhere else in the drawing, and then come back to it. Oh, you can play these in a game. Oh, that's awesome. the look, it said earlier, like, was it J-Bot or Chris that said earlier that the design of these is fantastic. So I don't like hip hop, J-Bot. I'm not putting hip hop on. This is royalty free rock, apparently. So, but I'm not. I don't like hip hop. I don't like rap. So that will not be played in on my on my channel, unfortunately. So no fault to people who do like it. I just don't. It's not something for me. Yeah, not even heavy metal. I actually really like pop rock. So my favorite band is Bare Naked Ladies. I really enjoy that band. That's I like. I always wanted to be to sing like John Farnham when I was growing up. Now, he's more pop rather than pop rock, but I like Cold Chisel. So these are Australian bands. If people don't know, Chris might know of them, but yeah, jazz with beats. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, Chris is a BNL fan. Excellent. One of my highlights when I went to America is that I got to see them live at the Indianapolis State Fair for free. Kind of for free. You had to pay to get into the fair, but then the rest of it, the actual show was free itself. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, I because they're not big enough here in Australia to come. I think they were here in the late 90s, early 2000s, just when they had one. They were promoting their latest album, the one that had 1 week on it, and I didn't quite follow them back then, but I just sort of got into it. Are you gonna be my girl? As in, is that the That's. I'm trying to think of that one. I'm terrible at remembering. I can probably remember. I can remember tunes and lyrics, names of the songs. No, because I don't look at the album when I'm listening, so I don't know the names of half of them. But is that? That's the other thing. You hear things on the radio and you don't know the band. No, I can't think of who that. I can't think of that one. So, Cold Hearted Bitch. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I feel like I've heard that one too. So, now, as I say, my favorite band is BNL, Bare Naked Ladies. My favorite soloist, well, he has a band, but he's only known is Weird Al Yankovic, and you probably not surprised to hear that. I love Weird Al. I think he's fantastic. Just so clever. I've seen him live twice when he came to Australia. So, and I really like his stuff. So, who else? The Cause. Americans probably don't know the Cause very well, but they're an Irish band. The Jet. Well, okay. Yeah, I have heard the Jet. Though I always think of Screaming Jets, which is another Australian band. uh, totally different, but yeah. Uh, okay, just most of this is just me trying to figure out where I'm putting things. Yeah, that should be fine. Look at these high boots. Holy smokes! These boots come up hot, right up the thigh. My goodness. Whoo-wee. Like prostitute boots, these ones. Oh. Midnight Oil. Oh, when they debuted. My goodness. What was that? What was Beds of Burning? Was that 80 something? Trying to think. 87? 80, I'm guessing. I'm 87 because I would have been about 11 when they came out. I'm trying to think of when it came out and how old I would have been. Maybe a little earlier. Of course, you haven't heard of any of these Australian bands. Millennial. Bloody millennials. I'm just gonna. I know this is shaped differently. They're kind of more like feathers, but I just wanted to get the arch in. I can fix that up a little later. Caveman. I'm Gen X. We're like the best generation. Gen X just, you know, we look at millennials and we look at boomers, the baby boomers, and we're just going, oh, you're all a bunch of idiots. So it's great being Gen X. We had all the best stuff come out in the Gen X era. You know, the 80s, and we had the best cartoons in the 80s and 90s. We had the best music, you know, from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, are all the best music come from. Yeah. So, what do you got now? Cardi B. That's Corey's favorite, Cardi B. I don't even know who she is. I'm just saying her name off the top of my head. Corey's a Cardi B fan. He's got posters on the walls and everything. Yeah, when was Ozzy Osbourne? Oh, Generation X. That's when we got to listen to. The 80s. Oh, the 80s. Really? Oh. Um. I can't believe you never heard of Cold Chisel. My goodness. What about In Excess? Have you heard of them? Have you heard of Chris might know 1927? They're a New Zealand band. Actually, I'm a fan of some of their music. I don't like the look of that foot. I heard the name. Sorry. Cold. Okay, Cold Chisel. If you go to a pub, it used to be when you had the old coin operated jukeboxes, or whatever. Kaysan used to be one of the songs that would always play, especially in probably outback Queensland anyway. I don't know about the rest of Australia, but yeah, I know In Excess. So Kaysan used to be one of the songs that I always play. It's kind of long, and then everyone loves belting out the chorus at the end. I used to do that one at karaoke. I actually sang Kaysan. I went on a cruise a few years ago, and there was a piano bar, and I asked the guy in the piano bar to do Kaysan, and he said, "I'll play it, but I'm not going to sing it if you want to sing it." So I did. So and that was fun. It was fun. I'd never thought I would sing in a piano bar, so that was interesting. Came out alright. People liked it. What else? There's a lot of good Australian bands back in the day. So, what's that symbol on his chest? It's like an arrow pointing down. Okay. Yeah, that was fun. It was fun. I tried to sing other music. That was the only one that sort of really turned out well. It's my sometimes my brain just disconnects. I was trying to sing "Horses" by Daryl Braithwaite, and I stuffed it up. I stuffed it up so much. It was terrible. I was going, oh my god, how can I feel like I'm un-Australian, not being able to sing "Horses." I don't know if I like this leg. Maybe I'll point it in a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I might fix up that leg. I've never been to one of those Japanese ones. Every night after work, oh my goodness, because they're in their own little booths too, aren't they? Zach Wild. I don't know that. Listen to Zach Wild. I'm just trying to think of that name. I don't know. I don't know that the person by name, but I probably know the music if I heard it. So, no, I've never, because the karaoke bars that I've been to. G'day Mo, how are you? The karaoke bars that I've been to, it's in a pub. So, and one person's running the show, and you write down your name and what song you want to sing, and you just sing to the crowd. So, yeah. Oops. Legend says, if you turn in your Australian card, Ivan Milat's ghost will team up with Chopper Reed's ghost. Due for sport. Oh. Okay. Zach Wiley used to play for Ozzy Osbourne. Okay. Nice. Cool. I actually don't listen to a lot of music these days. A lot of it is like I listen to audiobooks and YouTube stuff. That's so music. Yeah, I don't listen to a lot of music, unfortunately. I usually just throw something in the background to a conversation, or I'm chatting to someone in something. So, I don't know. The fedora is inside. All my hats are inside, and I sat down. So I decided to just put this one on. People freak out when I don't wear a hat, so I got to put something on. It was either that or this one, so I can put this one on. But it didn't quite match my terrible choice of outfit today. Look, there you go. I'll wear this for a little while. How does that sound? Happy? Goodness. This one isn't quite as comfortable as the other one, though. Still, Zach Wilder had a hit Stillborn in the States a few years back. Yeah. I can't think of how it goes. I'd have to look it up. Again, names, tunes, yes. Names of tunes, no. Not so much. Oops. What's that? Shriner or Bob Cratchit? I don't know. As I say, there was this great Australian show on ABC, Australian Broadcast Commission channel here, called Spicks and Specks, and it was a music show hosted by Adam Hill, who was he's a comedian, fantastic. He's very funny. And it was a music show, so they do all these music quizzes and games and such. Brilliant show. Went for probably 5 or 7 years or something. And heaps of different guests, musical guests and comedians would come on. And they'd do all these quizzes. And I'd be damn lucky if I would get one for the show. I'd be just going, I have no idea what they're talking about. So yeah, my music knowledge is very lackluster. Though I play music, I play guitar. I just don't know anything. Thank you. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I know you guys are copping it as well. Especially for the dirty Jews, as I like to call them. Hey, Burgle. Rock Quiz as well. Yes, Rock Quiz was a good one. Yeah, I know you guys, like for the people who haven't been vaccinated, are really copping it there too. So all the best to you guys, and I hope your Christmases comes out pretty good, mate. So, yeah, Rock Quiz was another one with another Australian comedian. But then they also had this live band that they would play music like they'd play little tunes and such. It was in Melbourne. That was at the Espy, I believe. They used to hold that at the Espy, the Esplanade in St Kilda. And I always wanted to go because I was living in Melbourne for a couple of years, and I thought, we could go to Rock Quiz. G'day, Hex. Though I lived on the other side of Melbourne, it would take about 2 hours to get there. But yeah, I thought it would have been really cool to go see Rock Quiz. But I never got there. So I feel like I'm stuffing this leg up. Leave it at that for now. I'll leave it at that for now. Now we'll try and get these feet in without stuffing the feet up too much. We're just so for the people who've just arrived. Yeah, obviously, as you can see, there's no guest tonight. I'm trying to get some drawing done for the art auction on the weekend, and just drawing in general. And I thought, well, I might as well jump in my time slot that I normally have my show. Next week I will have some guests on. I'm looking to get Jeremy from Zaid Comics, not Zaid Comics, Zaid Studios, sorry, and Joe Catapano on, and we'll do our competition one, the pencils at dawn. So that'll be next week. I've penciled them in. Hopefully, nothing happens and they can join us. But yeah, that should be fun. So, yeah, it is it's the first today here in Australia. Pinching the punch to okay. Yes, I saw Hex. Hello, Hex. Live in Melbourne for a bit through. Was it? Oh, is it Apollo Bay? Okay, I thought it was. Oh, you lived. Yeah, you lived in Melbourne. I was on the other side, like Box Hill area, Box Hill South. That's where I was. My sister-in-law lived in St Kilda, but yeah. Apollo Bay, yeah, nice. That's now further. That's nice area. Hockey's guest tonight is Joe the Condor. Battle of the Lions. Yes. Nice. Rabbit. That's all right. That's all right, Corey. We know you can't win a competition without cheating. So that's all right. We know things like that. We know your drawings can't live up to everyone else's unless you put in stuff to appeal to the crowd. So we know. That's okay. It's okay, Corey. Oh, if you go to Melbourne and try and look for something to eat on Lygon Street. Lygon Street is absolutely, it's all right, not Greek, but it's Italian. And there's all these, like, there's restaurants all the way down, and you walk along and they're all out the front. Come in, look what we got. If you come in now, you get a free garlic bread. Oh yeah, come in. The whole way along, like there's 2 blocks of Lygon Street that all these restaurants are on, and they're all trying to get you in, and it's very intimidating, actually. Well, I find it intimidating. Just let me look at your menu without you rousing me, please. Just want to see what you got. They're yeah, it's an interesting place, Lygon Street. No, it's fine, Corey. We know you can't draw, that you have to put in those things. It's okay. We know your drawing is lackluster, that you have to put in this stuff to to win. So that's okay. Good on you. Yeah. Oh goodness. Damn autosave. Speaking of, I might just save it for normal, just in case. My computer doesn't crash often, but it's slowly dying. It really is. I think I've had it blue screen a few times in the past couple of months, and yeah, I think I need to get a new one, but I can't afford a new computer. Damn, this being poor. So. Hopefully this weekend I'll make some money on some auctions. Unlikely. Yeah, they are. They are cool. Like they have a good show, and like Joe's book looks amazing. I'm really looking forward to getting that. That's actually one that I've backed. I looked at it and it's going, oh my god, that looks fantastic. So, because I haven't backed too many things just because I can't really afford to. So it has to really appeal to me. The story and the artwork and things like that really have to appeal to me. And if I have another factor that if I can give it to my kids to read too, not all the time. So I backed one. I backed Bric-a-Brac because I thought, like I can give it to my little kids to read. So and I got Starlight Cats because I could give that to my kids to read as well. Some of the others though, like I did give Xenotype. I've got it here. I gave that to my older daughter to read. What else? What else have I got here? Some of them I backed just because they appealed to me. For some reason, I got tricked into to backing this one. So, I got tricked into backing another Australian creators. But if I ever get it, who knows? I don't think I'll ever see this comic come out. I have no idea, but who knows? It's a bit like the Replicator. I feel like I'm not going to see that one either. So I'm tricked into buying these things. So. And thank you everyone for joining me anyway. So I know we had 6 people in here at one point, which is very exciting. So watching me harp on and draw crappy pictures. Raise up that heel a little bit. I think. I feel like I've just stuffed that up. I don't know. What? Yeah. Let's flip it. It's the wrong angle. It's the wrong angle. The Recator. Re-Recator? Support local, goes all the Replicator, the Lucent. Oi, oi, oi. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, we've got some people in, some good people in Oz that are producing some stuff. So if you like it, I will say actually, even I'm having a dig at the Lucent, but this story has appealed to me more than some of the others. I will say, like, I don't want to. Luckily, Bancroft's not here to make his forehead grow any bigger, but yeah, this one actually did appeal to me. The story, it's kind of up my alley. It's a lot more subtle. The one thing I don't like is that it doesn't have an ending in the story. Like, it doesn't have a small conclusion. It just feels like it. By the end of it, I feel like there's more questions than came into the start. So, I don't care if it's got hot babes or cool monsters. It has to be a decent story as well. I won't be getting the second one if the story's no good. Let's just say that. So, just Bash's book. So he can cry himself to sleep. His great big pillow. Yeah. Can cry himself to sleep. Yes. No. Like, we bash Bancroft, but I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's probably one of the better people here. I saw him like in CG as an ambassador and a talk show host and things like that. Like I'm jealous. I really am jealous about how he conducts himself, how he does his show, and obviously, yes, his talents in drawing and creating a story in such too. Like, and I am jealous about all that, because he's very good at it, and yeah, I'd like to be good at it, but I'm good at nothing. Maybe gas bagging. I'm not even good at gas bagging. Terrible. Let's make it interesting, Corey. Just make it a good story. For Christ's sake. I don't want to buy a book of pinups. Sure, I like to draw. I'm an artist. I'm an artist wannabe. But to me, a lot of the comic is also story. I will not be interested to continue on if the story is no good. So, regardless of the artwork. So, it's a complete package, though. You do need good artwork. So, I don't think Corey knows what a boomer is. I am not a kangaroo. Well, I'll be surprised if I ever get it, Corey. That's what I'll be surprised about. You know what? I might blue line that and start drawing over the top. Let's hide these ones in the background, because I'll do them on their own layer. We'll blue line this. I'll get the pencil.
Eventually we'll find the time, and what if I believe you? Or what if and what if I could see you like I saw you the whole time?
Oh, don't like that. That looks terrible. I'm concentrating way too much. Stuffing it up. Ugh. Flip the canvas and it looks like poo. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That's cool. I'm sure people will, Cora. So. I'm sure they will. I say. So we'll see what it's like, and hopefully it'll be good. So. Yeah. Might be stuffing that up, but anyway. It's alright. I can always delete. This is why I like doing it on digital first. If it looks terrible, then I can delete, erase, and redo. Fairly rough. I turned his head a bit too much, but anyway. Yeah, no, well, I'm waiting patiently, as patient as I can. So, I have plenty of things to keep me occupied while I wait. So. Oh, I have my own comic to draw at some point, but if I draw like this, oh my god, it's going to be rubbish. Oh, why is this? Maybe it's the pressure of people. No. Oh, yeah. That sucked. I hated all of that. I hated all of that. Ah. Hated all of that. So. Awesome. I have no idea what number I am. Yeah. Oh yeah, well, good. I backed it last year sometime.
New hearts breathe life into mine, and I see bright eyes, they shimmer and shine, but they never stay for the night, 'cause I hope that you might wake up and fill up the space with all the late nights and some pretty
A little
face,
bigger.
but I don't hear one word they ever say, 'cause I miss your taste. I traded my soul for this, breaking in my skin. I shoot and I always miss, body feels lived in. Is there something on TV just to waste my time? What good is lonely when
So, gone a bit quiet. Trying to figure out some of these lines, and I don't like them. Especially that beak.
Staring down phantoms at night, they always catch me with smoke in my eyes. Now I've sung this song too many
Extend
times,
that
and
a
it
little bit.
feels like
It is a
a
helmet
lie.
after all.
Wear my hunger and heart on my sleeve, and that's
It
why
is a helmet, so
my love always leave. I couldn't say what you wanted from me. I forgot how to speak. I traded my soul for this, breaking in my skin. I shoot and I always miss. Body feels lived in. Is there something on TV just to waste my time?
hey, I could always refund it, Corey, if you like.
Always only be mine.
Oh, that's nice. Feathers of Onyx. Ah. Yeah, well, I'd never heard of it before. So, there's doing a book these days. If you don't promote, then it doesn't get seen. So, yeah, if you don't do any promotion for it, maybe they did promote, but they just didn't. I didn't see them in any of the things that I hang out in. So, It's a bit sketchy. It's not. It wouldn't be the final thing. I do multiple layers because I just don't like how things turn out. So I've done a rough layer, and then I've done a second rough layer, and then I do a third layer that's more refined, and then I'll probably knock that back and do clean lines over the top. So I would clean that up because it's still sketchy. I do this really sketchy line work, so you can see it's all feathery, and I don't really like that. So I would come back, and it's sketchy because I do because it's still experimental. So the line work is still in the experimental phase. Um, okay. It comes from. If you're willing to pay for it, Corey. I know you don't pay for anything. Your brother pays for it all, but some people actually don't have a brother that'll pay for everything for them. So we have to wing it. We have to get it there ourselves and figure it out. Unfortunately. Sure you do. Sure you do. Did you pay for the course? Did you pay for David Finch's course? I like how he says, I pay for a lot of things, but he didn't deny that he didn't pay for David Finch's course. Yeah, no, I'd like to do. Look, joking aside though, I would like to do David Finch's course, but you know, that's. Is this the one on Proco's channel? On Proco's thing, like I would like to do that one, but you know, that's $100, I think, $100 US. So you know, like 130 or so odd dollars that I just can't commit to. Like in the course of I've actually already. I'm doing Mark Benet's course at the moment anyway. So, and that cost me a pretty penny. So I've got to and that will take a few years anyway. So I just so I like Mark Benet, so I've been doing that one. So I'll finish up. So I really can't get any other courses. So because I can't afford to get any other courses. They're all too expensive. Even Clayton's one was too expensive for me. That was a stretch to pay for that one. It really was. So, even though I gained a lot out of it, it was too expensive for me to actually to really do, and it sort of stretched my budget way too much. So I actually nearly thought about refunding. Because I probably could have put that money towards something else. So that's where it comes to. Like, I'm not complaining that I'm poor. Well, I am complaining that I'm poor, but that's I don't. It's not no one else's business that if I don't have much money, I just do my best that I can to try and earn what I can. That's why I've been working. I've got as in someone's paying me a job at the moment, so I can put food on the table. G'day, Intense Webs. Welcome. Thank you. I watch Finch's stuff on his YouTube, and I really enjoy his stuff that he teaches. He did one a little while ago on women's hips that he borrowed the idea from Mikey Mega Mega. And every time I watch a little video, I get something new. So that one actually helped me a great deal, just to visualize things differently. I like to see how different people construct things. So what I mean, like, say Clayton's head class that I did, but I've also done Mark Benet's. He's got one on heads in his class too. So I've actually able to take stuff from Clayton's and from Mark's, the bits that I like the most out of both of them. Just going, yeah, this makes more sense to me than this does. So seeing how different people construct stuff, that's where I like to come from. I like to see how different people do stuff, to see if that makes sense to me, if it helps click or turn on some light bulb in my brain. Hands, I actually enjoy drawing hands. I watched and this is because I was watching Jim Lee, and Jim Lee sort of does these. He says it's all a hexagon. It's all basically a hexagon that a hand is. It caters around a hexagon, and I've sort of taken that to heart. Like, this is the way that I start to construction. When you go flat, it's a little trickier. Like, if the fingers are pointing out this direction, then it's a little harder. But if you think of the hand more like a hexagon, you got your thumb in here and your fingers out here. So, and that's how I think of it now, and it helps me visualize, and also to remember when your hands open, they extend out, but when you go the other direction, they curl so when they're open, the fingers splay outward. But when you're coming in, they come close to each other, so they curl in as well. So they go in the opposite direction. So so the knuckles come closer to each other, whereas when they're out, they're further away. And keeping things like that in mind, it makes hands really simple. It's a handy idea, but so that's where I think about when I'm doing a hand, is that I will do this. Maybe not. This is an exaggerated look like this, but you can apply that to a lot of different things. So if that's a fist, you can. It still has that hexagon shape. Even if you splay it out like this, it's actually a bigger hexagon shape. So there's your fingers up here. There's your palm. You can put a thumb in here. It's still this kind of weird hexagon shape that you can still have. So you can sort of think of things as a hexagon. So even if you put your fingers in, look, this is obviously rough, but it's all based on this hexagon shape. And that, seeing that Jim Lee do that, made me think about hands differently, and how to construct a hand, just in a simple, like breaking it down to that simple factor, that it's all based on something that you can visualize easy. And it's easier to turn this shape in space than it is to turn something else. So so you can angle it a bit more. I liked, if I'm doing the side of the hand, I actually like to box it out a bit. So, and then I'll put the fingers in. So I box it out so I can see the where the edges of the hands are. This is all. I say, Corey, you should know all this anyway. But anyone else who's watching, this is how. You may not be interested. You might look at this and go, "This is what a load of rubbish." It's just, this is how I've looked at doing stuff like this, because it just helps me to do it. So it helps me visualize what I want to do with my drawing. So for these hands, like, now their angle, I still use reference though. So I'll look at my own hand as well. So I'll get the general shape in. So this one, let's see if I can try and draw these hands. I'll actually use this pencil. So I want to try and do something like this. Okay, so I'm trying to square it off so I know which direction, which angle that hand's going. So this is why I put this flat plane in. I might be seeing a little bit of the top there as well, but the thumb's going to come up and over. So we can angle that hand. Now I'll look at reference as well. I'll look at my hand, because you got hands, but hopefully. So sorry to people who don't. You can you can just put your hands in different shapes and just go. If you can't quite get it, so that's why I find hands actually some of the easiest things to draw. Only because I managed to break that down considering how complex they are, you can break them down into something simple. So if I'm drawing this as a clenched fist, I will. Then you can see the overall hex shape will come into it as well. So clenched shape, the knuckles will come in closer to each other. These ones will curl up there like so. Let me just move this around. So, and I'll play with that to make sure it works okay. But you can sort of get that general gist of things. Or how it looks, and then the thumb will come around. So look at your hand, knuckles come up here, the thumb's going to come back around behind. So you can see, neaten that up a bit. Let me just darken that. I'm gonna have something like this. So knuckles are up here somewhere. To in the womb. Voice to text sucks on this phone. Sorry. When I was at uni, I learned that the length of your ring finger, in proportion to your index finger, describes how much testosterone you were exposed to in the womb. That's awesome. I have no idea. There you go. What you learn at uni. I'll clean this up a bit, make these angles a little better, but that's kind of the general gist that I will get when I'm drawing hand. So yeah. Anyway, it's kind of the thumb needs to come out a bit more because it looks like it kind of look like he's doing that, but so I need it to actually poke out here a bit. But that's kind of the general gist where I go when I'm drawing hands. So it's the rest of the body where I fall apart. I left uni with a psychology degree. Psychology. Oh. All the psychology people that I see are all nuts. Is that a good description of psychology students, Chris? They're all kind of nuts. Sorry, just kidding. And never used it. It was a video. I was a video game designer. Oh, nice. And now interface designer for cybersecurity companies. Well, there you go. That's awesome. Well, if you did psychology and never used it, then you're not nuts. So, complete nutter. What auction are we doing on this Saturday? It's on Shay's channel, Red Valkyrie. It's she's doing. There's a few people. There's actually quite a wide time slot of people. I will be it is 4 to 7 Eastern Standard, I think. Like I have to get up at 8 in the morning, and I'm on at 8 in the morning for me. But I think it's 4 to 7 Eastern Standard. But there's time slots before that. I'm pretty sure. I'm really annoyed because everyone will have their money spent before my time slot because Reenie Draws and Mike Wilson art will be on the time slot before me. And yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone will spend their money on those guys and there'll be none left. But that's all right. Like I say, it'll be an experience anyway. So yeah, cool. Hopefully I have something that you're interested or someone else is interested. I say like I've got the Catwoman one, which are off. Oh, I'm still working on, and then I'll print this one out, and then I'll ink it. So this is just simple line work because I don't want to put too much shadowing and such into it because it'll show up once I print it out. And so this is basically where my inks will go over the line work, and then I will because I'll print that out in blue line. That's this one. I'll print that out in blue line. I'll ink over the top, and I'll put in all the put on see add a little bit more detail and things like that. So because her hair's black, so I've got to make her hair dark. I'll add more shapes to the magic and things. So and put some rendering in, things like that. Yeah, Reenie Draws, bloody Reenie. I can't compete with her. So she's just like she's really good. So and although I think she's professionally trained as well. I'm not. I had this debate with Billy Basco yesterday about being self-taught. Now it's the definition of the word self-taught that he does say correctly that no one really is self-taught. If you are self-taught, then I guess in a true meaning of the word self-taught is that no one you picked up a pencil one day and you started to draw without ever looking at another drawing or another or any books or anything like that. So technically, yes, that is self-taught. Hello, some person. Thank you for coming along. So to me, self-taught is different. It's where you've bought books and that they do teach you, but you're self-analyzing. So maybe that's more of what it is not self-taught but self-analyzing. You're looking at pictures that you drew and you're just going, is this correct? Does this look right? And I think that's actually can be quite difficult to do. So yeah, I know. I just need some 10 years experience. I've had none. I haven't had the experience. I have been drawing for probably 2 years. Learning for 2 years, but I haven't had the experience. So that's where she and if you're getting paid every day to draw for 8 to 10 hours, you're going to improve. So, yeah. Rini worked for Marvel and on the show Archer. So she. This is why she's good, because she's had that time to get better and had mentors over the top as well. So if you have a mentor, that increases so that speed of how quickly you gain stuff too. I noticed that there is a lot more remote concept art and illustration jobs now. Really? Yeah. Yes, remote. Yes. Yeah. Well, there has to be. There has to be. They're not letting people in offices, so. In a way, losing full use of my hand. Oh no, I didn't realize that. So, that sucks, mate. Making drawing no longer viable was a blessing in disguise. Drawing takes a lot to do it well. Yes, and it takes a lot. And by the sounds of it, depending on which direction you go, comic book art does not pay. not to this. Not to the extent of what the artwork you're producing. Do you look at these days? I don't think even people in Marvel and DC are getting paid very well. So let's say $150 a page. Now, if you're not knocking out a page in half a day, or trying to get at least two pages done a day, like one day, $150. You if you're lucky enough, me, it'll probably take 2 days. So to do a decent page, it'll take me $2, $150, and that's probably at the higher end of how people are being paid these days. So, because the industries, especially those industries are starting to collapse a bit, they're not paying as well as they used to, like the $250 to $300 that some of the bigger artists were getting. If you're not pumping those pages out at a lightning rate, you're kind of on Skid Row. So now, as you can see, this has taken me forever to just draw this one dude. But then obviously the more skill I've got, the quicker this will go. So a lot of this to me is drawing, looking at it, going, does that work? No. Yes. Okay. Erase. Fix the lineup. Whereas, people who have 10 years worth of experience, they can throw down a line and a shape and know that that's going to be correct. And that comes with time and experience. So, I don't know how long that'll last. Maybe things are opening up again, so maybe I can't see a lot of the stuff going back to studios, to in-house. Maybe some of it, but how much? It's saving so much more money on companies if they keep people at home. So what I mean by that is that if you're not hiring out or not renting a property to have a studio. I think this might be where you're going. I apologize if not some person, but if you're not renting out a studio, paying or a building and paying $1,000 a week for this building, and whereas you can maybe pay someone a little extra for the use of their electricity at their own home, maybe tack on a few dollars in their pay. That, and then with Zooms and all the internet like I talk to Billy Basco and Matt Barr, and and Dan Plagle like every other day, and they're in the States where I'm in Australia, and we can communicate. I can share my screen. I can take photos or screenshots and show them. So it's not it's not a big a deal as what it used to. Maybe having a draw over. Even so, I think there's things. Not having to travel is another good thing. No longer having to travel to other side of the continent for a job would be nice. Yes, I think that's where the internet has made a bit more of a benefit for non-Americans to blossom. So I can, if imagine, say, 20 years ago, if the internet was available, not now because the industry's gone to crap, but if I was a proficient comic book drawer 20 years ago, I would have had to move to the United States to get a job in comics. I don't think that's the case now. I think that I can be proficient in comics now and work anywhere in the world. Like I could move internationally. I could move to another part of the country. I could move to France and still work for the same company if they're in whatever thing. I think that boundary has just changed. So I think a lot of Australians didn't get work because they either couldn't move, wouldn't move, but they would have been good artists. Same with Brazil. Like there's a lot of artists coming out of Brazil and all that. So and South America, out of Asian countries that probably have never had a look in before because of yeah. Anyway, that's my theory. It could be a load of crap, but that's my theory. So, Chris says my team in cybersecurity are all across the world have zero reason to even set foot in an office again. Exactly. Zoom is more in use than a centralized office building. Yeah, if you can pay, I don't know what it is for a corporate Zoom, but they might be paying $100 a month. $100 a month as opposed to $1,000 for an office. People don't have, as we mentioned before, don't have to travel. Even if it's like 5 minutes away, I can just walk from my kitchen, or I can get out of bed, throw some clothes on, and go straight to work. I don't have to go anywhere. I reckon that's good news for Aussies working in Perth. Yes, indeed. The globalization has lowered your living standards. Yeah, that's probably true too. So, unfortunately, I'm going to. I didn't get this anywhere near finished. Unfortunately, I'll keep working on it. But I've got Fraggers, the WAD show on Fraggers channel coming up. I think in an hour. I think it's in about an hour's time. So I have to go. Probably have a snack, drink. Maybe get my tea's gone cold. I'll have to get and get ready for that. I think we've got a few guests on for that too. So that's on Fragger Boom's channel. So if you wanted to jump over there in an hour's time, we've got, I can't remember who we've got on. Fragger sets it all up. I just rock up and get in trouble for not saying anything. Hopefully create some music, but yeah, otherwise, I know that if you like the what Jason and Luke do, I'm not sure whose channel it is on this week, but look, Death Metal Hero or Unhinged, they've got a show on as well. So yeah, so Chris, my living standard has been pretty low. I've been in solitary confinement for 20 months. Yeah, exactly. So, well said. People becoming Buddhist monks. Unfortunately, yeah. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, thanks people for joining me. Like we got 5 people watching. We've had up to 6. For me, just sitting here ranting and poorly drawing, I really appreciate it. You guys coming in. I'll be back next week, and I should have Joe and Jeremy on. And but yeah, go check out the Watch Show or check out any of the other great shows that you can find in this wonderful community. You can also see me on the weekend. Ali and I will be doing our show on her channel. So check out that as well. But thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.